Welcome to Ingredient Insiders. I'm John Magazzino.
And I'm Andrea Parkins.
Thanks for watching this clip of our interview with chef, author, and TV star Jacques Torres.
For the full episode, find us on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
What brought you to the United States?
So actually the MOF, because when you became MOF at 26, you work obviously very hard to get a title. And when I get a title, I realize that I cannot take a course anymore. I cannot take a course. I'm the one who gives the class. I need a challenge. I need something. I was like going 100 miles an hour and suddenly I get that title. I didn't want to open a business. So I'm thinking, I want a challenge. Let's move to another country. Let's see what it is about. So I went and I did two. I asked two companies that I know, one in Japan and one in US. US was the Ritz-Carlton, and both companies say, okay, if you want to come, we can take you. And I get a little bit scared of Japan. The culture is so different than the French culture, but I always love America. The American dream. So I say, okay, I'm going to US, and that's how I end up in US.
That's great. And then, so you're with Ritz-Carlton for a period, and then somehow you connected with Cirio Macchioni and Le Cirque.
Yes.
How did that start?
So I was working for the Ritz-Carlton first in Rancho Mirage. That was great.
Did you like California? Yeah.
Oh my God, yes. Next to Palm Springs. I mean, the weather is amazing.
Yeah.
Right away when I arrived, I buy a big motorcycle, and I was the king there. That was so much fun. Then from Rancho, I moved to Atlanta, and I did love Atlanta too. Beautiful city, nice people. I really love Atlanta. And then I received a phone call from a young chef at the time, Daniel Boulou, and he told me, he said, "Look, I got your name from Gunther Seeger, and we are looking for a pastry chef at Le Cirque." I heard about Le Cirque before, and do you want to talk? And I was like, no, I don't want to come to New York. I hate big city. I will not come to New York. Then he called me a second time and same thing, no, I'm scared of New York. And then Alain Ducasse called me, and I know him from the south of France when I was there at the Negresco. And he said, "Jacques, you cannot say no to Daniel or to Cirio. You have to go see them. I mean, please, go talk to them. And then, if you don't want it." So I say, fine, I go talk to Daniel and to Cirio. So I came to New York, have an interview with them, and Cirio convinced me to move to. Cirio was the charmer.
Charming.
And, he know how to talk to you. And then he convinced me to come to New York.
That's incredible.
A few months later, I was there.
I love that it was Ducasse and Daniel Boulou
I'm
that
just like
casually...
picturing this, like, oh yeah, Ducasse called me and told me I had to. Like, what world is this?
A funny story is that I put my motorcycle on a van. I rent a van, and I drive from Atlanta to New York. When at that time, I mean, we're talking about 35 years ago. That was no GPS. That was not all those apps and everything. There was no iPhone. So I'm thinking, how I'm going to find. I heard that New York is easy, so I cross the town and I find myself in Queens. So I basically cross Manhattan. So I'm thinking I'm never going to find that place. So I stop a cab, and I went to ask. I say, how much it will take to go to that address, 65th between Madison, and Park. So he looked at the address and he said, about $20. I say, okay, so I give you $20. You go there, and I'm following you. Please don't.
Very smart.
Don't wait. Don't lose me. And I'm driving on a yellow van, following this cab, the yellow cab, and that's how I arrived to Le Cirque.
That is
driving
classic.
Crazy in Manhattan with the motorcycle in the van.
Do you still drive a motorcycle?
I sold it. I have a daughter now. She's going to be 6, and I have a son who is 9. And when my daughter was born, I said, okay, that's enough. Motorcycle are too dangerous.
Yeah.
I had a big motorcycle in New York, a BMW, and I'm thinking, that's it, no more. So I drive a car and a bicycle. It's over.
So Andrea and I love to talk about what we call like the golden age of New York City dining. This is Le Cirque. What year are we talking about?
89.
80. I mean, so were you the opening pastry chef of Le Cirque, or they'd been open for a little while?
Oh, no, the Le Cirque was open, and there was a couple of pastry chefs before me. And then that's when, people in New York start to do plated desserts. There was no many restaurants. There was very few restaurants who do plated desserts. So I was one of the first.
What was it
chef.
before plated? Just a...
The chariot.
They would just come out and you choose a couple of things.
And then you pick the cakes and the pastry chef was coming on the morning and work a few hours and fill all those cakes, and that was it. And then eventually people start to make desserts on the plate, made for you, decorated for you, à la minute. So make the soufflé à la minute, make those things really for
the chocolate lava
customer.
cakes and all of those things.
Well, that came after.
That came later.
Actually, the lava cake come from Jean-Georges. Jean-Georges was the first one in New York to make the lava cake. Is that interesting?
That is.
After, in beginning of the 90s, I think, that's when he started that.
That's funny.
But that was Jean-Georges.
I didn't realize that. I can still remember the first time I had a molten lava cake. It was at Gramercy Tavern. Claudia Fleming was in the kitchen, Tom Colicchio, and I remember taking a fork and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
this is amazing.
I don't care how dated it might be.
Still good?
It's still good. I mean,
what is
come
good
on.
is good.
Yeah.
I don't know. And I remember when you said plated dessert, it automatically brought me back to culinary school where we learned how to make lava cakes and souffles.
Yeah.
And you have like the components and all of those things.
You were very well known for a certain playfulness and creativity. Le Cirque was the circus, right? So it was a lot of fun to...
Yes.
Did you have free reign to do whatever you want in the pastry kitchen?
Was wonderful. Sirio, when I arrived, he said, okay, look, all I want is to be recognized as the best desserts in my restaurant in the next 6 months after you start. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking you.
No pressure.
That's all I'm asking you. And at that time, all I need was a challenge. Give me a challenge. That's all I want. So he gave me the challenge and I went for it. And he said, do whatever you want. Whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
And you had the who's who of clientele back then.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
Do you have any memories of like special desserts that you were asked to make for queens or kings or princes?
I don't know. If you ask me that, I will say, look, I give it all. All the way, everything that I can.
Yeah.
I remember to have a table of 8. So the waiter will tell the customer, let us pick your desserts and we're going to surprise you. So usually when we have 8 people, I will send 9 to 10 desserts, always a couple extra. Yeah. So people start to share the desserts start to go around the table, everybody talk about the desserts. And that was the way that I love to see people excited about those desserts. And the dessert was all visual. I love visual and of course tasty, but always very visual. So I make a clown head. I mean all kind of different desserts, crazy desserts.
Yeah,
people love that.
I love it. You have a book, Dessert Circus.
I have 3 books actually. Yeah. Yes, Dessert Circus at Home, and then another one, A Year in Chocolates.
Yeah, I remember. I mean, I have those books and I remember those pictures. And I was lucky to eat at Le Cirque. I think Danielle had already moved on to his own restaurant, but Sota Kuhn was there, and I remember Sota. You were in the kitchen there. And
I still see Sota maybe once to 2 times a month.
Yeah,
he come with me at the factory. We cook lunch together, and Sota is one of the best chefs in the country. Sota is amazing.
Yeah,
he's retired, so he doesn't cook professionally anymore. Yeah. But having Sota with me, and what do we do today? Oh, let's do a lobster bisque. Okay, so we go buy some lobster and we do a lobster. I mean, I love it. Sota is such a wonderful man.
That's amazing. Thanks for listening to this episode of Ingredient Insiders.
You can find the products we discussed on today's episode at chefswarehouse.com or your favorite specialty retailer.
And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Ingredient Insiders and Chef's Warehouse at Where Chefs Shop.